Alright, real talk. Sticker Star and Color Splash are pretty bad, and honestly, they are just not worth playing. So, how about we just give 5 simple changes that you can do to these two games and turn them from zero to hero. This is Mono, and I'm not a disease. Arguably one of the most important and just simplest things that could be added onto Sticker Star and Color Splash is just a way to gain experience from every battle. Pretty much every single fight in that game is pretty much useless. You gain almost nothing. I think in Color Splash you gain like paint. By fighting enemies it just ends up not being worth it, and then in Sticker Star maybe at best you get coins. It's a whole thing, and you just have no reward. The only way you really level up in that game is by collecting hearts, which gives you more HP, and then collecting more stickers or cards or something just to pretty much do more damage. Just stuff like that gives zero reason to actually fight in those games, and by just adding some way to gain experience and level up just gives reason for us the player to just actually do battles and fight enemies and stuff. Partners are just absolute staples in the Paper Mario series, yet Sticker Star and Color Splash just did not have any partners. Now, this is bad for 2 reasons. 1. It takes away an entire layer of strategy in the combat, making it a little bit, maybe not more difficult, but it makes things more plain and just too simplified to make battle strategies really interesting or fun to play. The second reason comes from how partners are used to show a sign of progression into the game. A lot of times you have to do certain puzzle that requires a certain type of partner at a certain time, and without that partner it makes progressing the game nearly impossible without glitches or something of the sort. Also, partners are just really cool and they're just fun to talk with, and then they had a lot of cool dialogue. But past that, they're pretty much just staples, guys. While we are on the topic of progression, Paper Mario's story progression, specifically in Sticker Star and Color Splash, is absolutely abysmal. The way that they did it in Thousand Year Door is a lot more unique and just felt a lot more natural. Sticker Star and Color Splash just force it. You finish, let's say, level 1-1, and then you go to 1-2. It feels forced and just a lot more uninteresting for a story perspective. Whether it's going to the next level, next world, it's a lot more boring. Now the fourth change that could be introduced into Color Splash and Sticker Star, maybe not so much Color Splash, but specifically Sticker Star, is just a unique and interesting story. The original Paper Mario, even though it is the generic, hey, saved Princess Peach and all that, it does add a lot of twists and a lot of interesting characters that just make the game a lot more fun and a lot more interesting to just play through story-wise. TTYD did it almost perfectly. You have a cast of characters that, yes, you do know some of them, but a lot of these characters are new and they're really interesting, just fun to learn more about and just see, okay, well, here's this character from this one game and he's just really cool. And they add interesting story details about every character, and just overall flows and just feels so much better, more interesting than Sticker Star. Sticker Star was just, hey, here's 2-2. Here's this little thing that's going on, go grab this, have fun. And it's just really boring. Again, even though it is level-based progression, as I said earlier, Super Paper Mario does a lot better. And I'm probably going to be referencing Super Paper Mario a lot more now, just because these 2 previous points, progression, story, and just overall, just a lot better done. That's pretty much what it comes down to, and Sticker Star just could not really nail this down. Color Splash a bit more, not the progression, I didn't really feel it. It didn't feel that good progression-wise, but I did kind of like the story. It was a lot more interesting. That might be partially because of the dialogue, but yeah, it's whatever. The game was just overall it's just better Sticker Stars, but it's still Sticker Star. That's pretty much my idea on Color Splash, and just why I wouldn't say it necessarily nails story in this regard, but it does do it far better than Sticker Star. Just not as good as any of the other Paper Mario games by far. Now pretty much the fifth and arguably one of the biggest changes that I would add to Sticker Star and Color Splash would just be the addition of badges and items. I think the use of cards and stickers and having those as items just really is not interesting. And it's actually, funny enough, it's the reason why I don't really like Partners in Time as much. Even though the game is really good story and just overall I think it's just a fun game, the use of making a certain move non-reusable is just, it loses, it's a lot more stressful and just a lot less interesting overall. And it kind of puts you in a weird situation where it's like, is it worth wasting this ability if I know that it might not be as like, it might not be worth in the end. And that's kind of my idea of the entire use of cards and stickers in Sticker Star and Color Splash. It just doesn't seem worth it. Again, as I said in the first point, that not using experience just makes the battles a lot less interesting and not a lot less worth it to actually like fight enemies. You have almost no reward, and because of that you have like zero reason to actually fight enemies. So bringing back actual items back into the game and just having those as, hey, you can just throw these away and you can just buy them again or maybe win them again or something, makes using items a lot better. Now on regards to badges, this is a pretty easy one. It just adds a whole other layer of strategy to the battles, and just sometimes it actually does add some overworld effects. I know that you can change like Mario's color to like Wario, Luigi, or Waluigi, which I mean it isn't much, but hey, those are really cool. I like those. I thought those were a really cool addition, and you can just like look as any character that you want. I think you can even do Dark Paper Mario. I think there was a kind of skin like that. No, I'm pretty sure there was. I don't have to search that up. You could also change like sound effects and the like. You could also make, I know there was the Peekaboo badge that made it so that you can see the health of enemies. There was Power Bounce, which if I'm correct, that's the one you just bounce on them repeatedly. Regardless, if I do remember that correctly, that is a really good item. There's Fire Drive, which is really good, Zap Tap. Items like those, badges like those, just make battles a lot more interesting and just adds a whole other layer of strategy before fighting an enemy. It's kind of like saying, hey, here's a Spike Goomba. Maybe I can like, I don't know, get that Spike badge? I don't know what it's called. The one where you can jump on Spike enemies. Regardless, you just have that option. It just makes battling and fighting enemies a lot more interesting. Just gives a whole layer of strategy that there wasn't before. It's kind of one of the things that really bothered me actually. Anyways, thanks for watching the video, guys. I really appreciate it. Honestly, I'm surprised if any of you could have just like listened to me like blabber about this stuff for about, what is it now, almost 12 minutes? Yeah, that's crazy. I don't think I can listen to myself for 12 minutes. But that's pretty cool if you actually did it. And that's like mad props. Anyways, this is pretty much the end of the video. If you guys liked it, drop a like, subscribe, comment in the comments down below. There we go. And yeah, maybe more Paper Mario related content. I do think I'll be releasing a Xenoblade related video within like 2-3 weeks, so that's gonna be cool, I guess. But I guess more Paper Mario content or whatever I make in general, so we'll see with time. But yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya.